Ryushak. Hello everyone, Agent Bravo 7 is here, and welcome back to Tokyo, Japan. Muse immediately says that this seems familiar, and yes, it absolutely is. It's a gloomy Monday morning in Tokyo, and on this gloomy, chill morning, well, it's obviously not exactly chill for people who are going to work and for the business trips, but it's relatively quiet on VATSIM as it is. As you can see, the weather is a little bit changing, and look at this. The clouds are actually moving. Explain 12. In Explain 12, as you can see, clouds don't reload. They actually move along the sky. Anyway, this is the default weather, obviously, enhanced by active sky. Anyway, if you are here for the first time, my name is Diana. I'm a virtual pilot with over 15 years of experience, as well as a student pilot in real life. I stream mostly flights in Explain 12, as well as other forms of vehicle simulation. Flying I do with emphasis on fidelity and realism. Otherwise, well, it depends. Also stream other video games, primarily from Sonic the Hedgehog series and other stuff that I like. And today we are going to do a flight from Tokyo to Kagoshima on island of Kyushu. It's the southernmost big island of Japan. Not the first time we are going to Kagoshima, not the first time we are departing Tokyo, but the first time we are going from Tokyo to Kagoshima. So here's that. Should be a nice chill flight. I'm not feeling perfectly well, so this is why I chose this relatively short and familiar flight in familiar space, familiar environment. Japan is sort of my comfort zone when it comes to flight simulation. And we are taking a comfort plane, the Airbus A321. So yeah, things are going to be as chill as they get. Okay, let's get her going first. Let's get her going. Batteries on. Okay, gear down. CPs all in. Parking brake set. Here everything corresponds. Let's turn on external power. The plane systems are booting up. Let's add a little bit of brightness everywhere. We should actually have a little bit better performance. I've decided to a bit lower my appetite and actually reduce the visual settings. That's a weird artifact. Anyway. Let's do the initial checks. Open the ACAS, sorry, ECAM. Okay. Free oxygen supply is on. Uh, fuel pumps can be turned on. Okay, cargo fire test is working. Job's going to auto. Nav and logo lights system 2 because we always use system 1. So let's change a little bit. Seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs auto. Arm emergency exit lights, storm lights, we don't need them. Everything else is fine as it is for now. Get the ADRs to align. Battery test on each of the 3 systems. Confirmed. Perfect. A little bit of brightness. And this is not the newest plane. Let's see what's up we have here. What do we have here? Aircraft H going to be 2. And engine H1. This is just so the FMS can calculate the performance more accurately. Okay, switch 20 here, as I usually do for departure. And while she's aligning, let's talk about the flight itself. The 556 is the worst engines on the 320 series. I mean, those are engines. I mean, it's the only option for Boeings, so for 737. So yeah, really no complaints. Hey Plus 100, how's it going? Welcome aboard, guys. Check out my friend Plus 100, aka Steve, real world 7-4 pilot, and just an amazing person to hang out with. What are you bitching about? Fly director what? Okay, whatever. Well, she's still aligning, so whatever. I guess it just means that it's not yet available. Again, it's whatever. Let's talk the flight itself. Open the flight plan. OFP. Tokyo International to Kagoshima. Aircraft 111-4A. Cost index 60 to get over the, like the CFM56 on the GN73 Classic. They don't do it for me on the Airbus. Interesting. I personally don't really have. I like 56s for their familiarity. Basically, I don't need to think about numbers when I'm switching from Boeing to Airbus or the other way around. Although I would say that APR has some absolute advantages, and APR is just an amazing measure of performance. So I definitely can see why. A bit tired, fuel Almaty, Amsterdam. Then my steering wheel wasn't installed. You know how bad P3D stock scenery is. Ouch! Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm actually tired as well. I don't know what's going on recently, but either I'm sick or a little bit, or something is going on, but I'm definitely not at my best either. Hence a short flight, and just one way. So yeah, cost index is 60 to overcome this garbage. Yep, flying in Japan. 100 knots headwinds, just like casually the whole way. Fun. Plus 100. Rolls-Royce engines are just pure insanity. 3 stages. 3 stages. And they didn't just do it once. They made it their sort of signature thing. Which they told this model, the thrust bomb, the V2500 stuff. I'm actually not sure, sorry. Sorry, I'm actually not familiar, sorry. So, not sure what you're talking about. And they turn the wrong way as well. Yep. Yeah, Rolls-Royce engines, Rolls-Royce engineers are just psychos. Anyway, we're at Haneda Terminal, Haneda Gate 60, Terminal 2, All Nippon Terminal, arriving to Terminal Delta. Flight is going to be the whole flight at flight level 360. Total trip fuel is about 5 tons. Additional fuel 15 minutes. 670 tons. Alternate airport Fukuoka, just to the north, same island. Short hop. Block fuel at Haneda 9100 or 9100 tons. I guess we'll just load 9200. And final reserve is on it 32. Shipping taxi 5200. And we turn the accelerator brought back the thrust bomb. Muse, if you could real quick explain me what is that thrust bump, because that is not something I'm familiar with. Okay, this is route to the alternate, particularly important right now. The route itself, route the Delta Echo Fox Romeo Tango Echo. Here, of course, everything is in airways. We are not in the state, so much direct here. Departing from Laxus 4, I think, well, like I said, nice cloudy morning. 050 at 20 knots, so it's going to be direct headwind from runway 5. Departure via Laxus 4 departure. Basically all above the Tokyo Bay. Ending at Laxus, flight level 170. Initial climb 050. We'll talk about this during the departure briefing. Otherwise, well, that's our route. Let's take a quick look at the weather. And we already have some fun stuff. Clouds and moderate weather, mean sizing. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to be experiencing some icing while climbing. up to flight level 300. So anti-ice system after takeoff as soon as total air temperature is below 10. Oh, maybe someone posted, is the Titanic pool still Titanic's pool still operational? Um, Genuine question. Why? It's a button that provides extra thrust on the. Ah, yeah. I I think I saw that, but no, I never used it or never even heard of it. But again, I'm almost never flying anything with the V2500s, so yeah. Bringing it back on the XLR. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So there, where was I? There will be a lot of icing on. Sorry, a lot of icing on departure as well as on arrival. So that is something just we'll keep in mind. Anti-icing after top of descent and up to minus 40 degrees. Looks like we have also some moving convective stuff. But it's mostly moving over the ocean, so to the south of us. Not gonna be particularly relevant. It's just my mini rant. I wish ToLiSS modeled it. They probably will want data. It will make sense. I mean, they're going for the full accuracy, so why not? Let's go back to OFP. The plant fuel discussed. We have almost full house, 182 passengers. Interesting. No freight from the looks of it. Whatever. With information provided, we're gonna be using the uplink. Anything else interesting? We do have runway analysis, but we're just gonna use the company provided numbers. Just the numbers though, mostly in the 130s. Mostly in the 140s. Definitely gonna be on the heavier side. Atoms are absolute nightmare. Okay, no SIGMETs, no air meds. Okay, Christ. Manned aircraft and manned aircraft. Okay, approach procedures. Runway. Post due to maintenance. Okay. It's the 18th, so not relevant. Yeah, it not in the not on the list. And for Kagoshima, unmanned aircraft, unmanned aircraft, unmanned aircraft, whatever. Puppy unserviceable due to obstacle. Huh, okay. That is curious. BDP not applicable due to unserviceability of puppy. Okay then. Nothing interesting. Except icing. Which is hardly interesting either, but definitely on the annoying side. Okay, iris are aligned. Freaking door. And go to init page. Request data link. And performs data link. Everything is here. Hold up. Did I just press the line without thinking? I think I did. Genius. Okay. Let's realign. Data, GPS monitor. Should take like 15 seconds to correct real quick. GPS position 33.2. Yeah, guys, don't click things without thinking. And 139 47.3. Okay, that's cool. Alright, that is more like it. Okay, let's go to wind page. No, let's go first to the flight plan page. The flight plan looks mostly correct. Let's do the departure. Runway 5. Is it really offensive to call a woman a female? Depends. Depends on the context, depends on depends on the attitude. It in gen. I'll put it this way. It's it's not offensive per se, but it's really cold, if it makes sense. So it's easily to combine with an offensive attitude. In general, especially in person, obviously you'd rather avoid it. So yeah. But in the context like discussing demographics, like the number of female pilots, or like this, it's not a problem. It's just a cold thing that I'd rather not hear in the face, if it makes sense. Anyway. But this is, of course, my personal opinion. Other women may see it differently. Depends from person to person as well. Maybe someone would be just outright proud about it. Anyway, Lux is 4. Okay. Transition, no transition. Insert. Yeah, like I said, it's all situational, but in most situations, I wouldn't say that it's offensive per se. There would be situations when I wouldn't like to be called a female, especially in the face. But okay. Anyway, RJTT. Check. Let's open the plan page. Okay. Okay. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. And for the arrival, it's going to be Gojo. Looks like we have only Arnav to runway 16. Yeah, RMP. Okay. Yeah, Arnav 16. Star is Ogojo. Transition now. Insert. And everything looks to be fine. There's mist, and here's the alternate. Cool. You know what, since we have the full alternate flight plan, let's just enter it. A321, RJFK, departure, runway 16, A321, no transition, I assume. Or is there? Open charts. A321. Yeah, Ashik. Insert. And then Scoop East arrival. 16 left. Sure. Scoop East. The transition. Insert. Looks consistent. Okay. Kind of a mess, but we're okay, great. I feel like I'm a pilot who's a female. It's stupid. She's just a pilot, but this was more of the entire board. Female is offensive. No. I Plus 100, let's be real. Nowadays there are snowflakes that will get offended by being called a person. So don't put too much think into it. Not worth it. Those people don't worth of your thinking. Seriously. Okay, wind request. Wow, that was fast. Next phase. Cute. Next phase, descent wind. Perfect. Okay, alternate, final, extra. 6.7.8. Very nice. Let's get the plane loaded. Don't think we. What's the big deal with the British 147? I will talk about this in cruise. That's actually an interesting thing, and that could be just my bias. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm fair in this, but I do have a strong opinion about just flight, and yeah. 26.8. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Bulk fuel is 92. Let's go there. Let's call the fuel truck. Little bit late for this, I guess, but sure. Less than 15 minutes for the scheduled departure time. Let's start the EPU. Okay. EPU ECC is running. I don't think it's fair to call this a FADEC. It's like just a basic control computer. Yeah, I just don't want to get distracted on it currently as I'm preparing for the flight. But yeah, there are things I want to talk about. Okay, weather is altimeter 2980. Let's switch to arc. So, since we're taking off from Tokyo, it's going to be 3000. Therefore, thrust reduction 1560, yes, and acceleration altitude 1560, and acceleration 3060. This is an ADP-1. Engine acceleration 1000 feet, sure. Transition altitude 14,000. Standard for Japan. Great. Let's request the numbers. Hey Kenny, welcome aboard. QNH is set. Magnetic wind. Magnetic wind. 60 at 17. This is true wind. 8. North minus 8. Wind minus 8. Uh, 052. 052. A52 at 17 knots. Runway is dry. Other stuff is white. West. What do you mean? What do you mean not allowed? Okay. Received. Can we do flex? We can do flex. 58 degrees. Well then, let's insert. Next phase, managed climb, everything is pre-selected. And in cruise, 0.79. Great. Actually going to be somewhat fast today. Okay, PU is running. Let's do the PU bleed and let's turn off the external power. Okay, disconnected. Okay. Brakes. Everything is good. What's allowed? Oh, hi. Yeah, everything seems to be fine here. For initial, I don't think we have a limit, nor ATC, so let's go straight to flight level 360. Awesome. Okay, everything else in speed. Oxygen. 3000 here. Oh. Let's go call mechanics and disconnect external power chokes. Auto. There we go. And flight attendants. Everything is going to auto. Alright. Close the door. And Okay, let's do the before start checklist to line, and then we'll do departure briefing. Before the checklist, cockpit prep completed on both sides. Europeans and covers removed. Signs on and auto. 8 years. Now, fuel quantity 90 to 100 tons balanced. Balanced? Balanced. Takeoff data set on both sides. Var ref to 980 before the checklist of the line. Alright, so weather departure brief. Weather. We're in Tokyo, wind almost straight ahead on takeoff, 06052 at 17 knots, few clouds at 800, broken layer at 1500, and I think there's also more stuff above that. QNH is set, 19 degrees Celsius. Icing after takeoff during climb, anti-astronaut as soon as the total is below 10, and keep it until minus 40. Yeah. Okay. Takeoff speeds 147, 147, 150. Before before 100 knots, abort for any unusual vibration, sound, behavior, any warning, any caution. After 100 knots, abort for anything unsuppressed, especially engine failure, engine fire, and flight control anomalies, and this is basically flight control anomalies. After 147, we're committed to fly. Runway is 05, sufficient, and dry surface. Stopping distance. Let's see. That's probably. Yeah, flex. How much flex? Flex 58. Already set. Top margin at max V1 146 meters. Yeah, sure, why the hell not? That's fine. 146 meters is sufficient. Okay. Runway discussed. No significant terrain around the airport. Transition altitude 14,000 standard. Seed Luxus 4. Taking off on heading 050. There we go. 050 at or above 500. Direct to Tango 501, then right turn direct to Tango 502, to lock up at or above 5000, just follow the magenta line. Okay, and emergency return would be north wind, right? Uh, After turn to the right, we're continuing the turn and landing on one of the 3-4s. This is the emergency return. Okay, continuing before start checklist. Switch. Windows, doors. Everything is closed and armed. Okay, forgot this. Beacon is coming on. Mobile phones are silent. Thrust levers are at idle. Parking brake is set. Okay, before our checklist complete. Let's get.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Let's go. Let's begin pushing. Yeah?
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Okay, so many people see a door open and go, fuck, I need to find my checklist and talk on the radio instead of fly my airplane. Another door open crash in GA. How many times? Oh, what? Like, you get on the ground and then you figure stuff out. You get into level flight and then you figure stuff out. You make sure you're stable and then you figure stuff out. Getting distracted is not particularly good practice when flying.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Okay, Okay, engine start enable and let's see. Sarah on else. Keep it short. Let's get the headset on. And let's let go of the jetway because I forgot again.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, let's see now. Had the traffic only on A321 pushing back gate 60 facing south or Canada. Okay. Ground parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Sure. Sequence 2-1. All right. Pattern number 2. And 2 spinning. And 1 spinning. Fuel in. Light off. Number 2 available and indicating. Start number 1. And 2 rising. and 1 rising. Fuel open. Fired up. And power switched. Available, stabilized. 777 going to Osaka. Like I said, Japan, the place of oh,
Just about done here. Go ahead and
Yeah.
set your parking brake.
sure, parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
After start checklist, anti-ice, not on the ground. Ecam status. Okay, let's go through everything. Yeah, this is because it's still configuring itself. Cam status checked. As expected, pitch trim. Open flight controls page. Pitch trim. Up 0.2, right?
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Thank you, you too, guys. Pitch trim up 0.2. Rudder trim 0. Okay. How do we roll? Question. Think via Echo then Romeo. Actually, let's go via Romeo. Echo go from Romeo. And in the traffic, A321 taxiing via Romeo, Echo Golf Romeo, runway 5, runway 5 left downwind departure, Haneda. Okay. Okay. Calculate. Taxi lights on. Auto brake. Max. Cabin. Spoilers. Armed. Flaps. I think one. Let's open the constraints page here and airport display here. Okay. Yeah, it's the 777. Not very willing to taxi she is. Well, I mean, we are like almost full load. Granted, not full fuel, not even remotely. Okay. Coming up on Echo, let's take it. Yeah. There one. Brakes are operational. Okay. Rudder left, right, neutral. Aileron right, left, neutral. Elevator up, down, neutral. Flight controls checked. Cabin get ready for departure. I didn't turn off the EPU. I don't know why. Yeah, right now definitely on the heavier side. Just a little bit. This is hotel, we pledge to turn on off. Doesn't look like there's anyone. Not gonna be an issue. Okay, here's Romeo. Firefighter base. We're actually taxing through the maintenance area, but whatever. She really doesn't want to taxi today. Config check, and let's see. Before takeoff checklist. Flight control surface, flight controls checked. Flight instruments, both sides checked. Briefing confirmed. Flaps setting 1 confirmed. From main, clamp blue, nav blue. Speeds 147, 147, 150. Transponder is set. Tara. Ecam memo, no blue. Before takeoff checklist to the line. Okay, not gonna lie, every time I'm entering some sort of a breach at a scenery, at an airport scenery, I'm always nervous because these bridges of different kinds not having collision. Why are you going to 16? Yeah, so in the prepared times, or even the explain 10, explain 11 times, is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Fuck off marker. Um, the bridges not having collision was one of the most common problem. So basically, you enter the bridge and just falling through. I think Steve can attest. So yeah, anytime entering a bridge in a simulator, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay. Romeo, anyone here? No. Okay, did I forget to... Yep, of course. I didn't taxi over the bridges in Chicago. Yep, exactly. Steve knows. Oh boy. Okay, before takeoff checklist continuing. Cabin secured for takeoff. Engine mode selector normal. TCAS Tara and packs packs on. Before takeoff checklist complete. Okay. Okay, let's see. Strobes on, turn off lights on, landing lights on, nose wheel light takeoff. PWS auto, radar 1. Okay. Check. Check. What are you doing? Taking it from 1-6. Okay. You serious? Weirdo. Anyway, handle traffic, all Nippon, Airbus A321, runway 5, taking off, left downwind departure, Haneda. Okay. Everything is set. What's up with the weather rate? Okay. Thrust 47, symmetric. Yeah, but weather radar is doing something weird. But it's whatever. Okay, lined up. Manflex plus 58, SRS green, auto thrust blue, airspeed light. 100. Check. A321, rotate. Come on. Positive rate. They're coming up. Oh man. Okay. Bells. Okay. These are fine. Turning. Line power set. Correction thrust line. That's the proper call out. Yeah, I struggle to believe what the weather radar is showing right now, but whatever. Okay, got a little bit overzealous on turn. After takeoff checklist, landing gear, up, flaps. Hold on. Not yet. There's 2000. Are we accelerating? Yes, we are accelerating. $3,000 feet went already 24. Yep, welcome to Tokyo. And don't even think about retracting flaps. Okay. Now let's get a little bit down. Test speed, ups up. A321, ladies and gentlemen, the plane that is too heavy for her own wings. Okay. And looks like our first straightaway. Ground spoilers disarmed. There we go. And first straightaway. Autopilot 1 engaged. Hey. There we go. Manage climb. Can't really see much. Oh, scratch that. Tracking flaps on an Airbus is a lot less of guessing and praying game. Compared to what, Muse? on most planes, retracting flaps is nothing like guessing. Okay, so what's up with the weather radar? There's turbulence. How's it showing? I have no idea what is it trying to show me. Okay. Whatever. We do have Noto. News page. Dragon flies on many buses, a lot of less of guessing in brain game. I don't know, Muse. I don't know. I personally don't find flaps retraction to be a guessing game on any aircraft. Like, there's always a flaps retraction schedule of some sort, and it's just about figuring it out. On Boeing, it's a schedule for most specific situations. Oh, okay, I see. So it is actual precipitation. Okay then. Okay, transition altitude, standard set. Any lights off, runway turn off, lights off, nose lights off. I mean, personally on an Airbus, I just know when it's time for flaps. The airframe just feels like it needs or doesn't need flaps. As the Boeing feels like it doesn't need them when it actually does, and vice versa. This is why you don't guess. This is why you use the flaps reduction schedule. Let me open real quick. On 7.3, for example, it's very specific. Okay. Oops. So I'm trying to look this up in the FCOM right now. And extending can be a bit of a guessing game for certain approaches. Which point do you mean, Muse? Because 7.3 in G at least indicates every flaps position if, for extension. Seven 3 shows everything on the speed tape. Relevant to VRF. Okay, total air temperature is +13. I feel like we're gonna avoid using the anti-ice just by the merit of us flying fast enough. But yeah, 7.3 at least does show the flaps position now, and when extend them on the speed tape, it's coming up on the up marker. You put them down to 5. It goes down to the 5 mark. Well, you can extend them gradually. Goes to up marker, extending to 1. Goes to 1 marker, extending to 2. Goes to 2 marker, extending to 5. Goes to 5 marker, extending to 15. Goes to 15 marker, extending to 4. My main point is, do I need to look at the reference speed of city, or I can just feel it? What I mean is more of, is it a natural thing? Airbus probably feels more correct to me due to fly-by-wire, well, only 4 or 5 stages. Well, in Boeing you extend them in 4 or 5 stages as well. So the middle positions like 10, 25, those are mostly for takeoff or different landing positions. On arrival, you just extend in always in the same manner. 1, 2, 5, 15, full. And yeah, Muse, feeling out flaps on an airliner is a very dangerous idea. Oh, look at this. Here's the precipit it's indicating. Okay, total air temperature plus 10 degrees. As soon as it gets below 10, we will turn on the anti-icing. Definitely don't want to freeze out here. Plus 100, I would say that on a 7.3, there is another, okay, -5, let's turn on engine anti-ice. You know what, I really don't like this. Let's turn full anti-ice. Damn, it's really shaky. Yeah, plus 100. The thing with 7.3 is that she's way more slippery than even most Boeing aircraft. So with 7.3, you sometimes start extending flaps, and she just doesn't want to slow down. Yeah, with Airbus, flaps extension is very, I would even say primitive. On arrival, speed green dot, flaps 1. Actually, was it? Yeah, on arrival, speed green dot, flaps 1. Then During the glide slope, flaps 2. 2,000 feet, flaps 4. Yes, 321. I can tell you why 321 is so slippery. 321 is literally too heavy for her wings. Like, those wings were designed with A319 and A320 in mind. A321, especially the versions with a bigger maximum takeoff weight, I always gotta do flaps 3 on the... Hold on, Muse, hold on. Do you mean always flaps full? Because on A321, landing with flaps 3 is a recipe for a tail strike. She just won't flare well with flaps 3. Neo landing flaps 3 is essential? I don't know. I never really experienced any problem with landing with flaps full with Neo. Every pilot forum I've read talking about Neo landing, I see always flaps 3 only. Interesting. Do they explain this? Because from what I read about differences between A320, A321, it was actually recommended to go always flaps full because, to keep more lift on during flare. I mean, Steve, you're in A321. You have flaps that are bigger than the small jet wings. Okay, A321 flaps 3 landing. Flaps 3 landing. I've been told in the manual seem to confirm that landing config 3 improves tail clearance on the A321. Okay, due to double plotted flap design, there is almost no difference in pitch angle during the approach and landing between flaps 3 and 4. So flap 3 does not improve tail clearance for landing. If I remember correctly, there is a lot more flap at full in the A320. Interesting. Okay, eyes not detected. Static minus 31. Just gonna keep it on for now. Yeah, she barely climbs. Whoa, holy. Conditions suitable, always choose to land flaps A321 flaps 3. You have to be slightly wary with tailwinds and aircraft due to higher VF and subsequent high rates of descent, but generally it's pretty forgiving. On the occasions... Okay. I mean... We can try it on this flight. I've done the flaps 3 landings just as a just as a matter of training on A321, but I frankly don't remember how it is. Sure, let's give it a shot. We can do this. I wonder how high this goes. All this garbage. Some really annoying stuff. At least we're gonna get out of this laterally. So that's something. I see. Oh well. Not really a problem. Not gonna lie, I'm really not feeling like turning off anti-icing here, because like it does say that you're supposed to turn it off at minus 40 outside, because the ice at this temperature just doesn't stick to the surfaces. But I'm just gonna keep it running for now at least. Oh my. I'm very confused. We should be above the clouds already. Look, that is a contrail. Why is there a contrail? Don't see no one on the TCAS. Yeah, TCAS is working. Normal. Come on, baby. Can we get higher? Command and max 374. No. Yes, minus 50 outside, so I think we can turn this off. And no more Virgo, so should be fine. Virgo, I think. Yeah. Dry storm. Rain that evaporates before reaching the ground. Okay. Yeah, we should be through this stuff pretty soon, and then probably it won't bother us anymore. For a while at least. So it looks like we're already over Nagoya, and it's still shaky. Yeah. RJTT. On the 75 I prefer flaps 25, higher deck angle, I do kinda like it, interesting. If flaps 30 most people like because better speed control and lower deck angle, but I'm weird. Fair enough, fair enough. Do you visit Steve? I feel like we're gonna be flying off the route with the seatbelt signs on. On the LCF there many times. Nice. What airport? The Santair, the RGGG? It's a nice airport. Should fly there at some point. I think only one runway. Actually, center air. Yep. Battle on runway 300, 3.5 clicks. Always fucking windy there. In an empty LCF, it's hell. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, Kenny, weather is definitely not very cooperative today. I think as soon as we're clear of this cell, we're gonna try to thread it through here, and then I don't even know. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, the radar isn't supposed to show that far, but Christ. Ooh, that's a massive system. Some crazy stuff. I mean, no red cells, thankfully. Still quite concerning. Okay. It's 40. And we'll get closer to the next cell. I'll probably do an offset. The LCF sucks. Thing flies like 0.2 and it troubles so much. LCF is where I think it is. 7 LCF. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean it's basically a 747 to which part of the fuselage was cut out and replaced with an oversized railway tanker. The aerodynamic qualities are a little bit questionable. Oh my god. Yeah. Flight plan. Horizontal revision. Offset. Let's see. 40. If we do 5 miles to the right. Yeah, this should be good. And I remember sometimes ago hearing that they used to have to add 100 to the cost index on the LCF. I'm not quite sure how, but okay. Kitty, in short, the Dreamlifter. 7 LCF. That thing. Yeah, unfortunately it's just natural that this thing has a little bit of an issue with aerodynamics. Okay, 160. Let's see. Real weather radar shouldn't have this kind of capabilities, but it's better than having none whatsoever. Oh my god. I mean, we can just go straight through all this. Not that there are any red cells. That stuff is really annoying. Yep. Okay, after this cell we're going to actually return to the route and then see what else we can do. Oh my goodness. And of course 105 knots direct headwind. Awesome. Doesn't get better than that. Well, like I said, in theory we can just go straight through that all, because again there are no red cells here. Question is, do we try to crawl here or here? I think this way would be the best. Try to get through there. Okay, first we're gonna change the offset to left 5. Insert. And the one we'll figure out from there. Oh, Muse, no, I actually didn't. So, with Just Flight, I have. So, one of the first things they've done when Explain 12 came out, and well, when Explain 12 came out, and people got disappointed with with it in favor of Microsoft Flight Simulator, the FS20, was Just Flight just outright saying that Explain is unsustainable, that Explain is not anything that they are interested in ever supporting again. They will not spend money on it. They are just leaving the Explain market. Microsoft Flight Simulator is the way forward for them. Then, without any announcement, they suddenly started to release stuff for Explain 12. No recognition of their previous statements, no apology, nothing. So they first say that they are not going to support Explain 12 as well as their returning customers, then suddenly they are supporting it. And views, like you said, no upgrade price, like $5 discount as an upgrade price. Just Flight still don't really treat Explain as something viable. So I'm not sure what to say. Okay, let's continue with in the heading mode. We will try to get through this side. Okay. So yes, this recent announcement of British Aerospace 146, I would love this plane. Yes, Muse, exactly, that's what I'm talking about. They say one thing and then after a year do the opposite without any announcement, without any... Yes, a business decision is business decision, sure. But like... don't act like you... like you didn't change your mind like 180 degrees. Okay, let's remove offset. Yeah, that's exactly the problem, Muse. They didn't they didn't leave the possibility open. They didn't say that they will see how the things will go and just um, after that we'll make a decision. They first make a completely different decision, then they suddenly change it back. You can't be confident in, that they won't turn 180 degrees again on explain customers in the next in the next week, in the next month, in the next year, with transition to explain 13 as well. At least with ini builds, they decided what they did to explain customers. At least with ini builds, they did commit to their word. Yeah, ini builds just decided to go with the policy and they stick to it. As much as there is no benefit to the explain users in that, I at least don't feel like don't feel like they're an unreliable business partner. Alright guys, I'm gonna visit the ladies room real quick and we'll be back for the rest of this mess. Alright guys, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Sorry for this, yeah, I see for some there's still ads, but got turn towards the next part. Also, J-craft shouldn't be upgrade price of 95% of the original. There's certain depth aircraft like say 727 where they need to essentially start from scratch. If you 2x in a Playmaker and to the ACF, I know you need most of the time. Muse, and I mean, look at ToLiSS. Look at ToLiSS. ToLiSS aircraft are $90 without discount. The upgrade price was $10 upgrade price, and to be fair, it was a limited time deal. I think, but like limited time, it was it ran for like 2 years. Flight Factor, exactly. Free updates. FlyGSim already pledged. FlyGSim already pledged the upgrade price to be 50% from the full price. $5 discount is it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if you watch I don't know if you watch their videos. Maybe it's maybe we don't understand something. Maybe it's an actual massive upgrade. Maybe they've redone the full flight model. They've redone the full external model. They've redone all the texturing. Yeah. 5% discount is insulting, especially when you have industry high prices to begin with. Yep, exactly. Muse, I don't know what it is with Just Flight, but they just don't seem to they just don't seem to respect explain customers in general. Like, remember the whole ATR scandal, where they posted a picture of ATR in Explain 11, then said that this is not the model they are gonna make. When there was the backlash, why the fuck are you showing a model then if you are not going to make it? Then they started a Kickstarter to fucking bring the model to Explain. Okay, let's rejoin. Like, what are they even doing? Are they like... I'm genuinely starting to feel like they're toying with the Explain customers. Like, what the hell? And the thing is, Muse, what is especially idiotic is that Just Flight pride themselves on making stuff not just for the consumers, but also for the professional market. And one of their biggest professional markets was Explain 11, together with Thunder. And they're just saying that they're quitting it, and I don't understand what's going on with them. Okay, so what now? Oh boy. Let's switch to the track mode. easier. The convoy was returning IRL on Piper 28. The Piper was the only thing that came close. It was honestly great. I bought the MSFS version when it came out and felt like quite awful. I'd like to fly the Piper 28 in XP12 again, but I'm really not interested in such a steep price. I don't know. Take a quick look, watch some reviews. Maybe, just maybe maybe they did something that makes it worth it, but I really doubt it. Just from knowing Just Flight. Oh boy. Okay, I think we're gonna just cross to this side and then cut through there. Or we can just go around there. Actually, no, we won't. It's like 80 miles deviation. Like, no way we're doing this. Nah. FPA mode in cruise was the reason behind that. Muse, literally just to have track instead of heading. Just convenience. I mean, there's literally nothing that prevents me from doing this in terms of the SOPs. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with the wind corrections while doing all this avoidance. Okay, and back into the fray. It's honestly funny. Wanted a quiet, chill flight and ended up with this. Okay, the offset 5 to the right. Dirt and There we go. Back into nav. Let's switch back into nav. It's always that way. On an easy flight, you are going to get a hard one. Yeah, indeed. Well, I wouldn't say that it's like particularly hard one. It's more of annoyance than hardship. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be basically skirting that system ahead of us. Okay, 105 miles to tip of descent from the looks of it. Yep. Progress. Looks beautiful, though. And that's a singularity with a 3-stream streak. Hey Astro, welcome aboard. We're flying from Tokyo to Kagoshima on island of Kyushu, and yeah, dealing with some quite significant weather. It's great because most streamers ignore the weather. It's good to see how it's handled. Yeah, we've done some manual avoidance in the heading mode. As a matter of fact, in the track mode, I switched into track FPA instead of heading vertical speed. Just for the convenience. And right now we're flying 5 miles right to our from our route with this little mode called offset. Literally just flying 5 miles to the right from our selected route. Okay, we get less 100 than 100 miles to our destination, so let's talk about the destination things. Okay, new menu, AOC menu. Nation 80s. Not available. Cool. Weather. Destination. RJFK. Let's get meter. So it automatically cleans it. flight plan page. Acres, RJFK, 19, hold on, 19th 009 Zulu. Interesting. Variable wind at 2 knots, so no wind. Visibility 5 miles. Eh? Visibility 5 miles, PCFG. What's PCFG? What's PCFG? Meter abbreviations. Never seen this. Ah, becoming fog. Visibility 5000. Becoming fog. Mist. Few clouds at 500. Broken clouds at 700. Broken at 3000. Wow, that's a little bit annoying. Okay, QNH is 1014 hectopascals. Temperature 20. Wind variable 2 knots, so calm. Let's indeed try config 3, which means we will add this. And then we're gonna check arrival. So for RMP runway 16 from waypoint Ogocho, we're gonna need to cross at 5000. Yes, exactly at 5000. Perfect. Okay, LNAV, VNAV not applicable. Straight in landing. LNAV is... Okay, so visibility 1500 meters. Visibility 1500 meters. 1.5 correction. 200 meters for category Charlie. Visibility 2 kilometers. We have 5 kilometers. That is cool. MDA 1610. MD is 1610, so which is 719 above. That should be fine. But we are ready and expecting to go to the alternate. For Fukuoka we have few clouds at 200, sorry, 2000. Let's see. Captain Chris, thanks for the following and welcome to the agency. My name is Diana. I'm a virtual pilot with over 15 years of experience, as well as student pilot in real life. And as to mostly explain, I assume mostly my flights in Explain 12, with emphasis on fidelity and realism, as well as other forms of vehicular simulation. And video games I enjoy. And hey Dave, welcome aboard as well. Quick shout out to 757 Spy. Can you do a shout out, please? Company message. Ah, I know. Stay old. Yeah, let's pick up the fresh one. Let's pick up the fresh 80s. If there's one. The one that I see is the same, so yeah, 50 minutes old, but I guess this is what we have to work with. Yeah. 46 miles. Let's do the pro thing. No relevant NOTAMs, arrival approach automation. Go journal of arrival. We have a few constraints here and there. Let's open them on my panel. Okay. Let's open them on my ND. And let's turn off the offset for now. Plan, set, clear, execute. Okay, so for approach, runway 16 R&P. Let's see, landing performance, runway 16, wind 0, QNH. Let's compute. In config 3. Yeah, it's fine. Even with low brake. Reverse is on. Cool. Yeah, we're dealing with some serious weather here. So, it's going to be RMP runway 16. Descend in LNAV mode. And MDA is 2000 feet for us? Yes, 2000. So this is going to be our bottom of descent. And then, the glide path is 3 degrees. The only relevant notum is that the puppy doesn't work, but in our case it should be fine. Still there. I wonder if we're the only aircraft into Fukuoka, because I can imagine someone trying to get in. Someone trying to get in on the 3-2. Yeah, we're the only aircraft inbound. How do hurricanes see with one eye? The signature 757 spy flight. 757 spy flight puns. Never get old. Yep, indeed. So we're gonna have both the weather and terrain. Since the weather is less of a nuisance in our case, I think I'm gonna have the terrain on mine and weather on the Force. Moments. Landing config 3 is perfectly fine. The brake going to be low. Missed approach. Direct Kagoshima. Direct Kagoshima VOR. Missed approach altitude 5000. Cool. Nothing special here. Okay, let's speed it down to 2000. Okay. And as soon as we're descending, we will activate the anti-icing. Push back only after temperature gets above 10. Okay. Correct it. Distance 9 to top of descent. Okay, let's begin. Seatbelts are still on, of course. Hopefully we will start flying under all this stuff, so it'll be much less of a trouble. Ice. Meter. Messages. Oh, come on. Anyways, you menu messages. To plan. There it is. 1603 knots. Okay. 600. Few clouds at 500. Broken at 700. Oh my goodness, this is like... Why did I set the MDA to 2000 feet? This is the visibility. Okay. Wait. There. Nah, it's simply for the wind. The TAF was saying something like up to 10 knots wind, so I went for the expected wind. But turns out it's less than expected, but I guess it makes for an interesting approach. Okay. Things are getting really shaky. Okay, since it's Airbus, we don't have approach checklist. We do have a marker here. And marker is the MAP. Yeah, marker. Does Japan have AWOS or ASOS? Fukuoka has 24/7 tower. So they have AGs and meteorological service. I don't think it's automated. But no, no specifically AWOS or ASOS. Or at least I never had to deal with it. Okay. Looks like we're out of the worst of it, but there's a lot of Virga. There's a lot of Virga below this, and as you can see, yeah, we just got out of this stuff. Like, wow. That's some scary stuff. Yeah, thankfully all this garbage is now above us. It doesn't look like there's anything really concerning down there. Looks beautiful though. That's the island of Kyushu. Wait to see how 12.2 looks. I heard a lot of good things. I heard a lot of good things about 12.2. But I'm obviously waiting for it to be stable. Like, did you guys know the whole beta 5 conundrum? Something broke in the beta 5. And people immediately, and a lot of people upgraded to 12.2 beta because it looks better. people started immediately complaining about broken explain because, well, something broke in the beta. Guys, you are upgrading to a definitionally unstable beta. The whole point of beta is to be unstable for the to make the release version stable. Like, I don't know, man. Okay. QNH. Why do I have QNH here? 1014. There we go. All right. I mean, people are stupid. This is just a fact. Okay, we're supposed to be slowing down to 250. Something tells me that this is not happening. Actually, it kinda does, but it kinda is, but yeah, look at this, actually pretty well slowed down. Oh boy. Kagoshima traffic, A320, correction, A321 arriving from the east, runway 16 full stop. We are about 25 out, Kagoshima. Yeah, looks like we're slowing down pretty much on point. Alright guys, 10,000 feet, this is gonna get a little bit intense, so let's go ahead and go sterile cockpit. So, sterile cockpit means I'm not gonna be reading chat, I'm not gonna be paying attention to the alerts. Switch to 20 here. What's going on? Phase. Let's activate the approach phase early, I think. Just to have a little bit more time. Okay, forgot this. Blinking lights, noticeable lights, and we turn off lights. Total jump plus 17. Let's turn off the anti-icing. Be 7,000 feet. Okay, technically we're already on the approach, so yeah, let's activate the approach phase. Okay. Approach checklist, breathing confirmed. ECAM status normal. Seatbelts on. Bar ref set. MTE decision height 1610 both. Engine mode normal. Approach checklist complete. Okay. So speed coming up on green dot, so speed check flaps 1. Okay, slats 1 confirmed. I don't think we're slowing down. Okay, we are kind of slowing down. Okay, approach mode activated. Final approach mode is actually available, that's pretty cool. And we are turning. Well, landing system is obviously not available. Okay.
2,500.
Almost at speed check flaps 2. Okay. Okay, you're coming down. And speed check flaps 3. are freaking fast. But look at this mess. Welcome to Japan. Spoilers armed. Flaps.
2000.
3. Okay. Landing checklist. Cabin secured for landing. Cabin ready. Auto thrust. Speed. Go around altitude. Not set 5000. Ecam memo. Landing. No blue. Landing checklist complete. Okay, F speed. Okay, ground visual
1000.
contact. Okay. What about off?
1000.
Okay. Still not observing the runway. But we have the ground contact.
100 above.
Okay.
Minimum.
Visual contact with the runway. Continuing. Yes, sure.
500.
Okay.
400.
A little bit higher. Perfect.
400. 300.
Terrain.
200.
Fuck.
100.
Okay. In the flare.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay. Touchdown. Reverse is green. Nose wheel touchdown. Reverse is full. Decel. AT reversers idle. Manual braking. 60 reverse is closed. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Taxi speed. Fukuoka traffic, A321, All Nippon, 16 vacated. Taxi into the terminal Delta. Fukuoka. Whew, jeez. You. Flaps coming up. Spoilers retracted. Yeah, that was fun. That was actually really fun. Alright, Kitty, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching the landing, and have a good night. Alright, let's now see how the hell are we taxiing. Terminal Delta. Terminal Delta means terminal domestic. It's just a negate from 5 to 10. Well, definitely not the commuter one, so... Yeah, let's get wrong. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the radar and whatnot. Taxiing straight away. Whew. The amount of airports in Japan that literally in the airport briefing recommend to suppress the GPWS is ridiculous. Okay. Radar is off, PWS is off. Come on. Why are we not taxiing? A320. I think A340 taxi is better, but it also has better engines. Here is that. Okay, turn off lights off, landing lights off, retracted, taxi lights are scopes are off. Start the EPU. Don't think we need GPW. Need GPWS. Turn this off. Whew, that was interesting. What's wrong with Japan's terrain DB that causes so many false EGPWS calls? Muse, because the problem isn't with the Japan terrain database. The problem with Japan terrain, like, sometimes the only, sometimes what's it called? Sometimes building an airport with a literal mountain like 2 miles from the departure end is the only viable option. Because otherwise you wouldn't build a runway there. It just wouldn't fit. Japan has a lot of absolutely crazy airports. I think why I absolutely love flying there. Like, it's not just because I'm a whip, even though I am. Okay. Parking brake is no. Okay, hold on. Parking brake is set. IPU bleed is on. You guys are off. I've flown in places with similar terrain and never seem to get them odd. So, what's the weather? Plus 20. Perfect. Let's get on the fresh air in. Okay, engines are shut down. Beacon is off. Let's get no jetway. Okay then. Jetway is an op. Okay, brakes out. Means let's get passenger stairs. Open. And tread off. Turn truck off. And everything open here. What's its sure was its very loud sound, but sure. Okay, job set, external power set. So, Muse, in short, the thing about Japan is that hold on a second. Brake fan is on. Yeah, everything is stopped. It's good. Ground power then. Yeah, external power set. Yeah, it's the APU. So, Muse, the problem with Japanese airports is that there's a lot of places where terrain is very uneven around the airport. So even technically, you are not in any danger. There are still several points at which the GPWS projected path crosses some terrain feature that you are not going to actually hit if you are adhering to the actual procedures. So basically the margins are unusually small compared to the US, compared to a lot of other places. I've flown into mountain airports in the States or in, for example, I think there was some airport in British Columbia where I had the same result. But yeah, in Japan, GPWS is very often recommended to be suppressed. Is it just due to the low resolution of the terrain mesh and explain? Muse, if it would be just explained, there wouldn't be warnings about this in the Jefferson charts. Let's take a quick look at the airport. Hold on. General arrival. Okay. See all view. Yeah, so I don't see I don't see the warning specifically for Kagoshima, but really there are warnings for several airports in Jeppesen charts that GPWS could be needed to be suppressed. So yeah, it's just something that you could use in Japan. Mind that people might not be talking about this much because, well, no one flies in Japan into domestic flights, and those who do, they usually don't chat around in English. So this could be it. Anyway, let's see who we can read now. Looks like there's only Continuum currently streaming, so let's just go to Continuum.
2, 3,
Can't go wrong with
4.
Continuum. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. My name is Diana, and have a good week. Bye.